Hello, 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 world. This is Louise Hicks, your host of Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. And in this episode, I'm going to allow everyone to take a listen to some of these women and their thoughts on why we are so distracted and asking for nothing in return for our vote, and why Kamala Harris is having Megan The Stallion at her rally twerking. And let's take a listen. And I'm just going to jump right into it. Again, I'm Louise Hicks, your host of Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. Please share this video, give it a like, leave your comments and your thoughts about what these women are saying, because they have some great points about us as Black people and what's going on now with these candidates being Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. So let me share, and I will stop at some point and I will elaborate. So take a listen here. Here we go.
The first Black female president. Let's get this done, hotties. Hotties for Harris. Hi.
Megan, why was you on that stage twerking? I know I love Meg. That's my girl, and I'ma always stand on business when it comes to her. Girl, you was on that presidential stage twerking. Girl, you know we cannot be acting like that in front of the auntie.
Now, Kamala Harris, I just watched your little halftime show. Your little, halftime show with Megan The Stallion. I know you call it a rally, but I beg differ. In 2024, this is how the presidential candidates get Black votes, because they think we need ratchet, bougie, classic. I love me some Megan Thee Stallion, don't get me wrong. But I think I'd rather look at Megan at her concerts, listen to her in my ear, or watch like on TikTok or something like that. I don't know if this was the right approach.
So instead of Kamala Harris giving us policy to benefit Black people, she gave us shaking Megan Thee Stallion. That is what she think Black people deserves.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
See, 4 years ago, they gave y'all Cardi B at the height of her song WAP. Wet ASSPUS. This year, they're coming with Megan Thee Stallion. Black women, if y'all don't sit y'all silly asses down looking all stupid.
Why the hell was Megan Thee Stallion twerking at Kamala Harris' presidential speech? It is a time and a place for that, honey. I could have went to a concert to see that. And Kamala, it's too much serious stuff going on right now in the world for you to be playing like that. Why did you think that was cool? Why did you think that was funny? Anybody that's running for president right now, it is serious right now in this world.
And please give it up for Quavo and Megan.
You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
She really disrespected Black women by coming to Atlanta for a check balance and turning her campaign rally into Magic City. Of course, you have her supporters, the Boule, like Jamel Hill and friends. They're going to take up for this Indian woman no matter what. But other Black women are not condoning popping thought pockets for votes.
Why they got Megan Thee Stallion and the potential president-elect rallying at an event in Atlanta, Georgia? See, they keep running the same old play, y'all. They suck your energy dry, lower your frequency and vibration, and then pull the rug up from under you. And then when you land on your ass, they wondering how you got there. You asking for help, they like, oh, no, I can't help you. They keep doing the same old thing. Y'all got all of these washed up people coming to this event trying to gauge votes and attention from people, when really y'all need to be connecting with the people and not trying to use celebrities as a way to gauge people for votes.
These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns.
The game is getting tired and old. Then y'all trying to blame.
Let's stop right here because I want to address some of what has been said thus far. And again, I'm Louise Hicks, your host of Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. Please share this video because it's a very significant and Pink Book lessons. This came across my feed and I watched it. I subscribed to your channel. And because I know this is very, very disgusting. Black women drop truth bomb on Kamala Harris, disrespectful Atlanta rally with Megan The Stallion. And a stallion is a horse, actually. So why somebody would choose to call themselves a horse is truly amazing. So let me stop sharing for just a moment and just speak on this, address this briefly, because Malcolm X said this years and years ago. And I did notice in this video that these are mostly younger women who are speaking common sense because this presidential election has really driven many of us to insanity. SOS, stuck on stupid. SAD, stuck and drowning. Because we are here so distracted with these rappers and in the entertainment industry until we have lost our focus. We should be asking the questions of these candidates, both former President Donald Trump as well as Vice President Kamala, whichever name she chooses to be, which benefits her whenever she needs it to benefit her. We should be asking the questions about policies. And this woman has Megan The Stallion at her rally, so-called rally, out here twerking. What kind of family values is Kamala Harris sending? What if you have children and they are watching this? What kind of message are you sending to our children? And Kamala is laughing, which is usually what she does. She's laughing, and she's probably laughing at what is going on because that's nothing but manipulation of Black people to get your vote. And for us who are following these entertainers and listening to us, we need to examine our mindset because this is such a distraction from the real cause of what we as Black people should be looking forward to in terms of what will these politicians do to uplift and elevate and empower the Black community. And I haven't heard anything that Kamala or Donald Trump have said. And Malcolm X foresaw all of this years and years and years ago. He just made the statement. So let's continue. And I'm really happy to see young women here exercising some common sense and addressing what's going on here at this presidential rally or whatever you want to call it. So let's continue to listen to what is going on here because this is a disgrace. And myself, as a 73 years of age baby boomer, I am so disgusted by this. Because why would we bring rappers out here in the first place who have been so disrespectful, majority of them, to Black folks in the first place just to get money? They're disrespectful to the Black women. They are advocating drug usage. They are advocating killing up one another. So this is really sad. And this is who Kamala Harris brings on to get the black votes, as if we are all a bunch of bumbling idiots. So I'm so happy to see these young people out here expressing their views on how disgraceful this is. So let's get back to the video.
Trump for the migrant issue when you've been in office for 4 years and you could have done something about it, but you haven't done anything. Even the people that you working around been trying to get you to do something and you haven't done nothing. You even said out your mouth you ain't done nothing. So now all of a sudden, if you become the president, you gonna change it? No, I doubt it, because you had 4 years to try to work on change and you didn't. So at this point, y'all need to stop coming with the tired game. Y'all keep problem, action, solution. Y'all create problems and then y'all come up with solutions when y'all are the problem.
Okay, just in case you did not know it, on yesterday, Kamala Harris had a rally in Atlanta, and it gave you like, oh, Atlanta's hype for her. Like, people are so excited for her. I know you felt it. I know you saw it. She even brought out ratchet Megan The Stallion, shaking her butt, twerking for a political rally, talking about hotties for Harris.
The first black female president. Let's get this done, hotties. Hotties for Harris. Aye.
That did not turn your stomach. Like, that is pandering, like, if you've ever heard it. But that's not the catch 'em. Do not let that rally looking fool you, because Fulton County has been doing this for years. Before the rallies, they get busloads and they go pick up the homeless people. They offer them food, drink, and a little change to come to the rally, so the rallies will look full. Now, you got to realize she just dealt with the rally, and I want to say it was Pennsylvania, where it was less than 60 people. It was quite embarrassing for her. And so that's not going to go down in this blackety black city. Okay. It's just not going to go down. They are absolutely going to make sure that thing looks packed out. So I want you to know, that's why you only saw certain angles as well. But I want you to know, people aren't for her like that. That's why they're having to pick up homeless people. That being said, I'm going to give her this. She's not the only one. It is a very Fulton County, Atlanta thing. You can see it before all of the Democratic rallies. You can see it. Now, I've never seen them pick up people and pay them to vote Democratic, but it's been said for years that they literally will go pick up homeless people on the days of the election and pay them to vote. They need the money, so they do it, because what poor and desperate is what they're banking on. I haven't seen that, but I have absolutely, and I saw yesterday them picking up the homeless people to come to the rally. So do not be fooled. They'll tell you it's a lie. I'm telling you, this right here, 1000% the truth.
The fact that Kamala Harris put Quavo and Megan The Stallion on stage yesterday at her rally is mind-boggling to me, right? In my opinion, it really shows what she feel and think about the black community. Of all people, Michelle Obama wasn't available, Condoleezza Rice wasn't available, someone who's actually a good role model that young children could look up to, but that's neither here nor there, right? Instead of putting her on stage to twerk, you could have put her on stage to speak about gun reform. You could have actually used Quavo to do the same thing, but instead you chose to take another direction. I don't know what that was about. Now, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And if we just fell for that, then that literally just set us back thousands of years, not hundreds, all right? And if that's literally all it takes to get your vote, then that says a lot about us, the black community. Because here's the thing, we still haven't heard any policies. We still haven't heard anything about bills. Is the girl going to say anything about reparations? That's neither here nor there, right? I can guarantee you, though, that the elders was probably embarrassed and a little disgusted. I can guarantee you that the ancestors was upset, too. That's probably why we had that major storm in Atlanta last night. See, here's the deal, people. This is not your actual high school debate or your high school popular person, right? This is real life. We need somebody that can be in office that will stand on 10 if we need them to if we were to have to go to war. We need somebody that can stand on business if we go into another pandemic or something of that nature. We need somebody who can actually sit at the table with these world leaders, right, and work things out and negotiate to the point things don't have to get real, if you understand where I'm coming from. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna go ahead and end here because I know y'all don't want to hear my opinion, especially because it's not a popular opinion. But if that's what the election is coming to, then we should probably stop while we're ahead.
I'm just wondering when the black community gonna realize the Democratic Party does not take us seriously. Or more so, they don't think that we're smart. Their strategy for decades has been hiring black entertainers to endorse them. Fast forward 2024, they're still doing the same thing. It is even worse. Because now they sprinkling a little bit of ratchetness into it for relatability. And I'm just like, last election, Joe Biden's campaign for the black vote was telling black people that they not black if they don't vote for him. And getting some strippers to twerk with the word vote wrote on their booty. And also, for some odd reason, hiring Cardi B to endorse him, even though Cardi B's not black, but she was used to get the black vote, not her own people vote, but our vote. Now we got Kamala Harris throwing a rally and Megan The Stallion is performing. Megan The Stallion is twerking. And y'all swear to God, this is to reach the black youth and get the black. Listen, these people don't take us seriously. They are not twerking and dancing and partying to get anybody else's vote. They are discussing policies, new laws, bills, resolutions for their community. They don't do that for us though.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Kamala Harris literally got in office and told y'all that she's not gonna push nothing for black people just because she's black. That should have let y'all know right then and there. They only want the black vote for numbers so that they can get elected. But they ain't got nothing for black people. And no, this is not an endorsement for Trump or the right or Republican Party. This is simply a critique to Democrats to be more serious when engaging with black American voters. We are not a monolith. We're not all ignorant. We're not all party heads. And matter of fact, there's a time and place for all of this. We can party and we can get serious about policies and laws to protect us. You do not have to dumb yourself down to engage with black Americans. And bless Megan The Stallion's heart. Because while I know it was a big thing for her to perform, it just made her look like a puppet to me. She shouldn't have showed up as Megan The Stallion. She should have been Megan Pete. She should have had a speech. She shouldn't have been doing TikTok dances. Like, I don't know, y'all. I'm just so annoyed. Nobody takes her seriously. And Malcolm X himself clocked his T years ago.
Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and or over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities.
She has used us for years. You notice how she only dated brothers to get her career accelerated and to climb to the top of that public service, air quotes, ladder. You know who they are. I don't need to go over it. But when she got what she needed, she went to Doug Emhoff, who is white.
What message do y'all think they was trying to send by having Meg perform at Kamala Harris rally in Atlanta? Like, I've seen a bunch of videos already from black women who are so defensive. Y'all so defensive. Y'all so emotional. And they know that. They know that. Y'all defensive to other black women who just like, why? We don't get the correlation. We don't see why you would have Meg at this rally. And mind you, I'm a Meg fan. I am a Meg fan. But I didn't see the correlation. I looked at the crowd, and if you look at the people that's behind Meg while she's performing, they confused. They're confused. I want us to stop being so emotional and really start using logic. Like, because in my opinion, that is exactly how they see us. They think all we need is some music, some booty shaking, and some lyrics that we can recite, and that's gonna get us moving. That's gonna get us to the polls. That's gonna sway us. That's why they do like that. That is all they think of us. They don't see where we are going to use any logic, where we're going to do any research, where we're going to come with any demands. All they see is put what's popular in front of them.
Shout out to all of those ladies. Clearly, all black women are not capping for Kamala the cosplaying chameleon. There are black women who see through this. And let me tell you, Kamala and Meg The Stallion, they have some things in common. One being the sitting vice president and the political leader of the 304 agenda. The other being the entertainment leader of the 304 agenda. These folks are spreading nothing but degeneracy to the black community. I've been saying for the longest, a city girl isn't just Carisha and JT. It's easy to come for the perceived ratchet. But what about the city girl in the boardroom in high positions? Yeah, like Tiffany Teflon Tahoe.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Or even the first Indian vice president. Meg The Stallion, she's got the case out in California where Tory Lanez was locked up, even though it was allegedly her own friend who used that weapon. A state where Kamala Harris got a black man on death row with false evidence. They had to force her to release the evidence for that man to receive justice. I'm talking about a rogue prosecutor that spent years railroading black men and even sabotaging black women, targeting them, trying to put them in jail over truancy. Those women would drop their kids off at school and their rebellious child would leave. Kamala will go to their homes to intimidate and try to arrest those women, black women. And after years of being presented in California as the first Indian American woman for all those positions, she's been cosplaying as a black woman since she hit the national stage and lined black women up at her campaign rally to encourage them to vote for her as the first city girl president. Dancing, singing, and fish fries is what black voters have to look forward to. No policies, no agenda, nothing for us. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about these women speaking out. Special thank you to Creed, Emmanuel, Ike Fob, William G, Adrian, Harold, Jarvis, and Dwayne. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.
Okay. Again, I am Louise Hicks, your host of Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. And I am appalled at this, whatever you want to call it. It was a disgrace, actually. And I'm so happy to see young women speaking up and speaking out about this disgrace with Kamala Harris, along with Quavo, the rapper, Megan The Stallion, or Megan the Horse, because that's what a stallion is. And these people, all of them, the corrupt politicians, they really think that Black people are a bunch of bumbling idiots because they press anything in front of us. And everything was said. I've said this many, many times because I've done commentaries here on social media, Facebook, had a podcast for years back in 2014, and I started this one up in 2022 because of all of the inappropriate behavior within our community, that these people think they can say anything to us, they can disrespect us in any way. And Kamala, she's only Black now because she wants your vote. I would not be voting for either party unless they are giving some type of policies or an agenda and how they will be implemented to elevate the Black communities. We have to start taking accountability and responsibility for ourselves and start demanding something. Why don't we practice quid pro quo? They are asking you for your vote, but you ask nothing in return. Your vote is an investment. I am 73 years of age, and I got out of the Democratic Party when I was in my 30s because the handwriting was on the wall. these presidents, particularly the Democrats, because the Republicans were not really pandering for the Black vote until recently. However, these Democrats have been doing this for decades, and we keep voting for them and we keep getting the same results. If you go to the Black community, look around and see what you see. The handwriting is on the wall, and everything was said in this video from these Gen, I take it some were Gen Xers, millennials, Zs, and I'm a baby boomer. And I'm very pleased at these young Black women speaking up and speaking out. I believe in, I've always been speaking up and speaking out because it's a disgrace what just happened here in Georgia with this the type of person we want to be our president when she's has no respect for the young children. What kind of message are we sending to our young children, the Alpha generation that's coming up behind these uh, Gen Zs? It's ridiculous. So we got to wake up, Black people. We got to stop giving away our vote for free and getting nothing in return. So it's not too much else I can say because these women with some common sense have really said it all. Kamala Harris told everyone that she was not going to do anything specifically for Black people. However, when that situation happened with the Asian people, they wrote an executive order specifically that Biden-Harris administration for protection of Asian people. She's telling you already. But yet we had 40,000 Black women in a Zoom call. I believe this was a Zoom call that I was invited to. However, I wasn't able to attend at the time. The hashtag win with Black women. And I mean, I'm just in awe with all of this manipulation, distraction, because that's all it is. And you don't see these people out here uh, catering to other ethnic groups, only Black people, because they look at us as a joke. And what you saw on that stage was a joke and a disgrace, very disrespectful. How are we going to teach our children about politics when we see something like this? I would not want my children are all adults because I'm 73. I would not even allow my grandchild to watch something like that, to teach her about politics. This is a disgrace what happened. And this woman has the audacity, the Indian woman, Kamala, to be laughing. And she wants the Black vote. She won't get my vote, and nor will Donald Trump, because I don't care about either party. I care about policies and the agenda. What are you going to do to support and empower the Black community like you are doing for the migrants? These people down in Chicago, which they're going to start the Democratic National Convention. I think it's going to start August the 19th, and they're going to be in Chicago. And I should hope that these people in Chicago, where all of these migrants are getting all kinds of money from the Biden-Harris administration, when you have homeless people out here suffering, citizens of the United States. And Kamala is supposed to be the person that's supposed to be at the border. I don't believe she's been to the border at all because she, in the Biden administration, it appears that they are trying their best to displace Black people. It's interesting how they've thrown them all up in the Black community. They haven't thrown them in any other community. So we got to wake up. Wake up, my people. And for the baby boomers who are sitting around doing nothing, what is wrong with you? Because you should be looking out for your offsprings, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, legacy, generational wealth. What about reparations, the debt that is owed? Why aren't these so-called smart journalists asking the right questions of these candidates, both Trump and Kamala or Kamala, whichever one she chooses to be? So that's what we should be concerned with. And this woman will throw a twerker, Megan the horse, in our face. So disrespectful of Black people. And I would like to know what these 40,000 women who were in that Zoom call, what are your thoughts on what just happened here? Are you in alignment with this type of behavior from Kamala or Kamala? Because you guys were, from what I understood, I wasn't on the call, all on there right in alignment. And from what I saw on the Breakfast Club, Jasmine Crockett was stating she's out here telling Black people they have a job to do in November. So I am, I've never seen anything like this. I'm with Malcolm X. This is a clown show and a circus. And we are allowing ourselves to be manipulated by it as Black people. So I am really concerned, and I'd like to hear from this 40 plus women that were on that Zoom call, your thoughts on what just happened here at this clown show. Nothing about the policies, and the woman is just laughing like a hyena. Kamala, the Indian woman, who all of a sudden she's Black. I haven't heard her say she's Black. I've heard it all over the news media. Maybe she's calling herself a Black woman now, just to get your vote. What have we learned after decades and decades and decades of voting for Democrats? What have we got from them? Nothing. Because if you had, we wouldn't be out here now in the same situation at the bottom of the economic barrel. And we have to start taking accountability. And as I always say, we have to put the unity in our community. COMMUNITY. And I am Louise Hicks, the mad Black woman that is out here supporting and helping to elevate our people to a higher level of consciousness. And that MAD is for motivated and determined, because your power lies within you and you have to let it loose. And you got to start flipping those scriptures, just like the white supremacists used the Bible to put Black people in slavery. You got to start using those scriptures to get yourself out of this enslaved mindset, this Willie Lynch syndrome, the post-traumatic slave syndrome. Have you listened to Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Joy DeGruy? Go listen to some of them. Read the books. Start reading. Start doing your own due diligence research. And get off the bandwagon just because you got these entertainers out here telling you what to do. Use your own melanated, brilliant mind. Common sense. That's what these women were speaking here. Common sense. Discernment. We got to get off the bandwagon and start thinking for ourselves and not let anybody tell you who to vote for or whether you should vote or not. Because it's your business who you vote for. However, if we're out here voting on emotions and just because somebody is telling us who to vote for, because you're dealing with one snake with two heads, blue and red, Democrats and Republicans. And if you don't do your due diligence, you're going to be still stuck on stupid and you're going to get the same results 4 years later, whoever becomes president. Because I will not vote for either one unless they are telling us what the policy is to empower Black folks, how are they going to implement it, and when they plan on implementing a policy, because I believe charity starts in the home. And we need ourselves to be powerful people, like that scripture in 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And notice power comes before anything else. And some of us are so fearful until we'll just vote to be voting. And we really need to stop and think and come out of that enslaved mindset and come out of the fear and vote based on asking the right questions of these politicians, because they are corrupt. That one snake with two heads. And as long as we vote for the Democrats, they know they can tell you anything. Like Joe Biden, they said that in the video. You don't vote for me, you're not Black. Kamala Harris, Kamala. Oh, I'm not going to do anything specifically for Black folks. No, no. So she tells you where she's coming from. Joe Biden, as if they are your massa and your savior. You got to start looking inward, your inner self, and realize you have the power. All we got to do is put the unity in our community. COMMUNITY. And that's unity is in community. And that's what we have to do. We have to come together. We need our own political party because we have not had that. Fannie Lou Hamer went to an early grave fighting for our own political party. So people, let's wake up. Let's wake up and stop allowing these politicians to manipulate us and look at us like we are a bunch of bumbling idiots and they can throw anything at us. They can disrespect us whenever they get ready, and they know you're going to run out and vote for them. And a lot of it is nothing but fear and emotions. The world didn't come to an end when Trump was in there before. And whoever gets in there, unless God says it's the end, it's still not going to be the end. So we have to ask, use quid pro quo, and ask and demand something for your vote. Otherwise, you're going to get the same result that you've gotten for the last 4 years, because everybody is ahead of you. And Kamala Harris is telling you what her focus is on: abortion rights, LGBTQ, and giving all of our money to migrants in foreign countries, our tax dollar. And I'm from California, and I can tell you, Kamala Harris did nothing for Black folks as Attorney General. And the people they were speaking about, I know one they were speaking about, truancy, happens to live in Southern California. This woman was handcuffed by the name of Cherie Peoples because of that truancy law. And she had has a daughter that has sickle cell anemia, and the woman was handcuffed and taken to jail. She lived not too far from where I live in California. And then I don't know whether they were speaking of the same gentleman, but there was a person, and I'm going to share both of those. In fact, I'm going to share that video. Jamal Truelove went to prison over 6 years and was innocent. And he speaks about Kamala Harris in the video interview, and I will share that with you. And I lived in California, still do, not all the time, because I share 2 residences. But I can assure you, I know from living in California, being a resident there, that Kamala did not do anything to elevate or empower Black people when she was Attorney General in California. Nothing. So take a lesson, and thank you for sharing this video, because it was powerful from these Black women, young Black women. And again, I'm Louise Hicks. Please share this video, give it a like, leave your comments. And I'm really curious to see what those Win with Black women have to say about this video that was on that Zoom, Pandering for Kamala Harris. So again, thank you for all of my supporters. I appreciate you. Thanks for the love. Please share. And again, give it a like, thumbs up, and leave your comments. I'd like to hear more about your thoughts on this so-called rally with Kamala or Kamala. So thanks a lot, and I appreciate your support. Let's share, share, share. And I'll see you in the next video. Always remember, your power lies within you. Let it loose.